a first-class maths degree, I can work with not moving a table. My mate used to say that to me a lot. He'd be like, of course you can do this, you have a first-class maths degree. And I'd be like...
Want to do a siesta?
Surprise siesta!
Siesta! No, it doesn't work.
Siesta!
Siesta!
Mizu!
Mizu!
Mizu?
Mizu!
Kicsit fáradt vagyok.
Kicsit fáradt vagy?
Kicsit. Igen. Este?
Nem aludtam sokat.
Igen.
Igen.
Tényleg? You say you didn't sleep a lot?
Yeah.
Oh. What's the word?
Aludtam.
Aludtam. Why isn't it?
It's past. Past tense.
Oh, what's to sleep?
Aludni.
Oh.
Alud.
I thought al was to stand.
Yeah, okay, so this is an irregular verb because it's alsik.
Alsik. Oh yeah, like isik, asik.
Yeah,
alsik.
alsik, but like the infinitive is aludni.
Aludni.
We don't say aludok, we say alsok, alsol. It's an irregular verb.
Alsok.
Yeah, alsok. But it's aludni.
Oh my god. Alsok, is it with A without the slash?
Yes.
Okay. And then al is with the slash.
Yes.
Okay.
We're actually making a video today about a Cseh Tamás.
Tamás.
Tamás, like me, yeah.
Tamással.
Cseh Tamásról Tamással.
Yeah, with Tamás.
Yeah,
I thought it was like we were going towards him.
No.
Budapest.
But
No.
yeah.
No, the other one where you're going from Budapest.
That's ru. We use the same declension for both moving away from and about.
Oh.
That's why Hungarians very often mix up about and from in English.
Oh. I learn something new every day with you.
We're doing a reaction video to the song titled Budapest, which is one of the first Hungarian songs I showed Laura months and months
It's like
and
the only song you ever showed Laura.
Well, no, it's not true.
Okay,
there's Gimesh as well.
Yeah, Gimesh.
But
I really love this song.
Yeah.
I really love it. I think it's, like, I don't fully understand any of it, but I can hear that it's beautiful. Like, a lot of people always said to me, Hungarian is really poetic, Hungarian is really beautiful, Hungarian vowel change, Hungarian poems, Hungarian songs, and I was always like, yeah, okay, like, whatever. Until I heard this song, and I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, this is really poetic. It's really very beautiful.
Absolutely. I don't know many Hungarian albums, but it ranks on best ever lists when it comes to Hungarian pop.
Okay.
Whatever this is. It's a folk record.
Okay.
Made in 1977, so the year of punk, very interestingly. The official year of punk. And also it's a concept album, so the title of the record is...
Sorry.
There you go. Levél
nővéremnek.
Letter to my elder sister. He's writing this letter to his elder sister and telling her about all kinds of things about his life in Budapest and his past loves and stuff like that. Yeah.
I like Budapest. I'm very excited to learn more about this song because I listen to it very often and I'm always like, oh, I wonder what this means.
Yeah.
And then now I will find out.
First, let's listen to it.
Okay.
And then we'll translate the lyrics with Laura. I'll have Laura read out the lyrics.
Lauraval.
Laurával.
Tamással.
És Laurával.
És Tamással.
És Laurával.
Budapest.
So it's actually two singers. One is called Cseh Tamás. I love that he's humming.
János.
And the other is Másik János. Do you like scat singing? Like when
Not really.
Which is a funny name because it means the other John. I like when it's non-verbal in a way. It's any sound that you can make with your... Yeah.
It's his surname.
I'm not sure. Maybe it's his artistic name.
And Czech is... Czech or...
Czech, yeah.
Czech.
But I think that's his official name.
Right.
Yeah.
The Czech Thomas,
Yeah.
the other John. I like how they're using two different ears.
Yeah.
It started in the left and then it went to the right.
Stereo record.
The guitar is really beautiful.
It is. I love that he's humming in the right, in the left ear. I love that bass. Bass?
Bass line. Város, vágyat lakolj. Azt mondd meg nékem, hol lesz majd lakolhelyünk.
Helyünk, you know, L and Y, yeah.
It's really fucking hard. I hate that word. Helyünk.
Many Hungarians have problems deciding whether it's an ly or a j.
Like when you write stuff.
Oh yeah.
So it matters. I don't understand why you don't just get rid of that then.
Tradition.
I do find that's a problem with Hungarian. It's very much like, oh, this is how it's always been, this is how it's to stay. And I think English doesn't really have that. Like, we regularly adopt shit.
That's not official. That's official.
It's not official, but it's like everybody uses it. You could definitely use that in like a court of law or in the parliament or, you know, with a police person, and nobody would be like, that doesn't mean anything. The
ly is very often omitted in texting, and there's just it's changed for a j, but people are shamed for that.
Yeah.
It means, oh, you're uneducated.
Yeah, you get that.
Bullshit.
Wanna,
which is
coulda,
bullshit.
Shoulda.
I think wanna, gonna, gotta, shoulda, coulda should be official grammar.
I think they will be. Within 50 years, they will be.
It will be.
Just like how we got rid of thy and thee and thou.
And I also feel like l and y should be just impractical.
Ast is like this or that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Accusative, yeah. The word order is not like English, unfortunately. So
that's okay. Normally with Hungarian, I translate it word for word, and then I go back and I say, okay, how can I actually make that make sense in a sentence?
Yeah, it's a good tactic.
Just to talk or something.
Close.
Tell this to me where. Something. Less, I know.
No, not less.
Less.
Yeah.
Less, I did know. It will be less. Oh yes, the word you were saying it was. Where to be, I don't know what majd or lako helyünk is.
Majd, we very often use it just to indicate the future.
Where will you live?
Lakohely is a noun, and do you remember possessive endings? Almám, almád, do you remember that?
Anyád.
Anyád. It's a good way of learning possessive, I think, anyád, yeah.
Helyed, helyá.
Az ő helye.
Helyünk.
Helyünk, our place.
A marad.
Marad.
Wait.
Yeah, stay. Maradunk.
We stay.
Yeah. Or.
Vagy. Egyszer.
Megyünk.
We go.
And tovább is like on, forward. Once, because egyszer is once, we'll go on.
Itt van a város, vagyunk lakói.
Yeah.
Here's the city, we are the, is it citizens?
Residents. Lokni is to live, so what do you have in English?
Livers.
Livers.
We are the livers.
We are the livers.
Maradunk itt neve is van Budapest.
Yeah, because much of the song is
about the livers.
Kérdésem volna.
Pálinkát nekem. Question. I have a question.
Mér means to measure. Pouring drinks in measurement. Like, here's a liter for you, here's a liter for you.
So they offered like a shots of pálinka.
Felismert tanár úr.
Something, Mr. Teacher.
Do you recognize me?
Oh.
Tán is an old form of talán.
Találni.
No, talán, maybe.
Oh, did you already forget me? Teachers generally don't recognize you.
I remember you. Do you remember me? It's kind of like his melancholy and nostalgia towards primary school or high school.
Yeah.
One of his old teachers who's like probably an alcoholic.
I mean, it doesn't say that he's an alcoholic. If someone's in a pub doesn't mean that they're an alcoholic.
Pubs in Hungary are not like English pubs.
We're all drinkers. There's no distinction. Like, if you saw someone in a pub, would you assume they were an alcoholic?
Depends on the kind of pub.
I mean, in England we have these kind of old shit pubs, and you go in there and they're like, in the daytime they're old men drinking, and they all know each other, and yeah, they're probably alcoholics.
Someone who like takes home that much amount of palinka is kind of looked down upon, like you're an addict, you know,
yeah.
and it's this song is about even high school teachers or primary school teachers, they're drinking heavily.
I guess if I saw someone like, it depends what they were buying, but if they were buying like loads of different groceries, like spending like 50 quid, and then there was like a bottle of vodka, then that would be normal.
Yeah.
But if they were only buying like vodka and cat food, then I would be like, oh, maybe they're an alcoholic.
Only my interpretation, but it's about everything going in a shitty way, everyone becoming an alcoholic. My old high school teacher is standing in line to buy liters of palinka. They very often say that the 70s were like really like kind of stagnation in socialism. Like in 68 there was a thing called in Prague, yeah.
Yeah,
but in Hungary there was maybe it was connected. There was a thing called
France and America and the UK. The 68 was like a big year.
Yeah, and in Hungary they made many changes in the economic system. It was called the new mechanism, and everyone thought, Hungary is going to boom economically. There's going to be a lot of... They called it Gulyás communism because
I like goulash.
Yeah, exactly, because they thought, okay, it's a dictatorship, but we have food. There's welfare. Everyone's happy. There's no poverty, and there wasn't really.
There's no poverty.
No, everyone had a job. If you didn't have a job, you were a criminal.
But you didn't have freedom of movement, and you didn't have freedom to say what you like. You didn't have freedom to marry who you like, to do what you like.
Absolutely, no. There were a lot of restrictions. So it was a dictatorship, but it was like, basic.
A comfortable prison.
It was a really comfortable prison, yeah, and that changed because dictatorship was really heavy before that. It was really, really like
it was like a horrible prison.
They realized, it's
now
easy.
You have a secret prison.
It's easier to keep the prisoners happy if you make it comfy.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going on today as well, as just in a different form. Some people say that the change of the regime in '98 was not like the change of regime, was a change of method. Like capitalism is no better than what was going on before. Many people still miss this goulash dictatorship because everyone had a job. There were no homeless people.
Everything was better than.
Food was much cheaper.
There was no immigration.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of the problems. They were just not present. If you wanted to live a simple, quiet life, it was perfect. And a lot of old people are like, it was much better back then.
That's interesting.
Yeah. There might not have been freedom of speech. There might not have been free movement. But who needs that? Which is absurd.
We can get a ballot on, which is very beautiful. I'm not poo-pooing ballot on it.
Eva.
Tegnap volt az abortus.
That's
abortus. Bizont.
No, there's no end there.
Bizot.
There you go.
Either yesterday was the abortion
committee in front of.
Oh, really random sentence. Because
it
doesn't have anything to do with what you said before.
All the lyrics are like this on this record. It's like free form. I think Eva is mentioned in another song. Yeah. So the characters come back. They're recurring characters.
I like that.
But we don't get to know a lot about them. Just sometimes a few lines. We don't know whether she got the permission to get the abortion or not.
How was abortion during the socialism time?
Honestly, I do not know.
Christianity wasn't very popular, was it?
No.
And I heard about someone who had an abortion here, and the guy was like, "Oh no, I don't believe." The doctor was like, "I don't believe in that."
Yeah.
And because he was Christian.
Yeah.
Which is I think that's a really bad thing to say.
Yeah, actually,
really unprofessional.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if they did that in socialism.
Well, you have a committee now. If you want to get an abortion in Hungary, you have to go to someone who's like a family protector or something like that, or someone who's, and they give you this nice little speech about how important family is, and
what?
And yeah, first you got to go to a gynecologist, and then you have to
confirm you're pregnant.
Yeah, to confirm and to request the abortion, and then they send you to this
brainwasher.
Yeah, basically.
That's really bad.
Who's tells you how important family is, and are you fully aware of the decisions?
That's really sad and patronizing.
It is.
And oppressive.
Yeah.
Oh, poor little woman, you obviously haven't thought this through properly, and that's awful.
I know a person who went to gynecologist, and not in Budapest, a small Hungarian city, one of the major Hungarian cities, and the gynecologist, he had to give her the permission to get the abortion, but this is what he told her. He told her, you're a murderer.
That's really sad.
It's really sad. It's not professional. It's to say the least.
Not professional.
To say the least.
It's not his body. It's none of his business.
None of his business. Yeah.
How dare he?
Yeah.
How dare he?
Yeah.
Is he having a baby? Is he ever have to think about that? Does he fully understand what that's like?
Yeah.
To change your entire life and your entire body.
This was a video about Cseh Tamás.
Téli kabátomra hasztalan keresek vevőt.
Winter.
That's one of those ones that I always know and then forget.
Kabátom.
My coat.
Keresek.
Yeah.
Mit
I'm looking for.
Venni, veszek.
To buy.
Yeah, vevő is buyer. I am looking for a buyer for my winter coat in vain.
What's that got to do with anything he's been talking about?
Well, do you think lyrics should make proper sense? poems. It's more like a poem, really. These are all like more like poems.
Normally, when it's a sentence like that, I feel like it's okay to not make sense, but only if I understand the secret behind it. Like, oh, what's he trying to say here? I don't know.
I think he's very poor. He's trying to sell his winter coat. You don't usually sell your winter coat after winter. You keep it for the next winter, right? Once again, poverty. You know, like
it's a big theme.
Poverty is a big theme. Depression is a big theme. It's not a happy album.
Okay.
There are a few happy songs, but even the happy songs are kind of nostalgic in a like happy sad way. But it's also like maradunk itt. We're staying here. So despite all the shit, despite all the bad things that are happening, we're staying here. This is our city. This is our home.
Oh.
Or it could also mean that, you know, we're staying here. We cannot go anywhere.
Oh.
You know, so many of these lines have double meanings. They didn't have freedom of movement, so they were kind of stuck there, stuck in Budapest, stuck in one place. And Budapest was like the biggest city in the country, like the
It still is.
It still is. But the center of culture and everything like this. Yeah, and you know, you got there. That's the most you could do. You could not get out of the country. You know. That was like the end.
Feeling.
Yeah, it was the best you could do in terms of culture, and you know, and it was shitty. It was people were depressed. It was. It's not a happy song. I'm sorry. We're not starting with a happy song. We're not.
I love this song. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I often say like the most beautiful songs are the saddest ones. I feel like they're deeper, and I feel like I like happy songs, but they don't really say very much. Like, oh, I'm happy.
It's one of those songs that was written in the previous regime. Where the censorship was really strong, so you could like sing about the system not being really cool, not really okay. 20 years before this song was written, you would have been sent to labor camp for a song like this. And you could not even refer to the previous era, like 20 years before. One of the songs refers to that previous era, but like very fleetingly, and not it's obvious to everyone, but it's still kind of sketchy to do that. Taboo, it's censorship. So if anyone wants to listen to a Hungarian folk concept album from the late 70s, this is the one to listen to.
I think it's very easy to listen to. This is something you can show to people who don't speak Hungarian, to show them how beautiful Hungarian can sound. Like the rhymes are very clever. It's not like just rhyme. It's a sort of and it works really well with the guitar and with the harmonizing, and like you said, with the humming, and I think it's a very good quality song. But even like the last line, like maradunk iten, maradunk eat, maradunk.
Yeah.
Obviously, I like completely butchered that, but I think when they say it sounds very like it's beautiful. It's not rhyming, but it really like sounds really nice together. And the more I learn about the lyrics, the more I can see how the lyrics complement the music. Like you get a very kind of like depressing, negative but beautiful feel to it.
Yeah.
And I would say the lyrics reflect that.
Unfortunately, it's very heavily lyrically oriented. Much of Hungarian alternative pop and rock music is very heavily lyrically oriented. That's why it's kind of inaccessible to anyone who doesn't speak Hungarian. We hope you like the song, whether you're Hungarian or from abroad.
Or from abroad, but also Hungarian.
How do you
Whoever
say?
you are.
Whoever you are, listen
Wherever
to
you're
this
from.
beautiful song.
Whatever language you speak.
More music reaction, Hungarian music reaction videos are
in the making.
Oh yeah, and we're staying on YouTube as well.
Yeah, man.